Hey guys, Lever Freeman here again. So we just ran out of time on I guess the 2 hours my software allows before we get kicked off. So we're playing as the Union of Britain, and we have successfully won the Second Weltkrieg. Uh, let's just go. Let's just do these colored puppets. We'll just change all these colors. Or let's not do this because this is like lagging my game hard every time I'm clicking one. Uh, but let's go on the faction mode. Faction mode. Oh, no. Sorry, there's like something from my monitor there. I couldn't quite see the star there. Okay, there we go. Faction mode. So we got Third International. We got all this. Japan decided for whatever fucking reason they wanted just the Ural Mountains over here. So there's that, which is like gross to look at, but it is what it is. We got like the best part of Russia, like Caucasus and whatnot. We got like Germany and Karl. Obviously, like we beat the shit out of them and took all their stuff. And now they're all in gulags. And we have, of course, like the ones we started with, the Iberian Federation. We got Italy. Oh, and there we go. Hold on. We've successfully blown up our country. Let's go back. We've also taken the devolution focus as, because we decided to play as, I guess, whatever, Nicholas C. Goliath over here. So we blew up the country. And our factory count has dropped considerably, but I guess it's just coming off of rifles. So, and we're not even at war anymore, so none of this even really matters. I'll do that, I guess. Do one. So we've been successful in doing so. Let's do the three armies focus, see what that does, anyways. These guys are puppets? No, they're not. They're just actually new countries. So I don't know. This is another one of these focuses. Where I don't know why the hell you'd ever want to do this. It's just you're giving away half your military equipment and blowing up your country and losing 25% of your industry just for I don't know, just for shits and giggles. Come up with these guys over here. They're not puppets, right? It's let's make more unreliable AI allies. Although I say that, but again, of course, like we were talking about in our previously in the video, our allies did pretty good for us this game. The Iberian Federations kill the Portuguese like they're supposed to, and that is what usually happens. The Commune of France game we had, I think, was a bit of an outlier. So they came over here and they killed the Portuguese. That was fine, and then they were them and the Commune France over here, evil France. They were able to hold off. The Entente just I don't know, suicided into them from Algeria, and they held off. And the Entente never really got to stick a landing. They didn't even come at us. The Entente spent this entire game. I don't know what they were doing. I thought usually they'll try and hit some convoys, especially in the Caribbean or whatnot, they'll send some submarines after you or whatnot. But no, they let us trade for free with Venezuela and the CSA all game. And didn't do anything. And I think most of their fleet was in the Mediterranean. Like I said, maybe they had something to do with the Iberian Federation, where their fleet was when we won, and we controlled Gibraltar. But they didn't really do anything except try to troll France and Iberia with naval landings, constantly all game. That's all they did. The only person who tried to go somewhere else, I think, was New England, where they took Costa Rica off us. And they came up and they tried to take Iceland, but we had Iceland garrison, big brain, and we were able to fight them off. So they didn't get anything there. And then the Italians, if you watch the first couple of videos there, we had some pretty clutch tank play in there, and we were able to actually get within a few months even. I didn't think it was possible, but we were able to do it. We were able to capitulate the Italian Republic over here, and pretty much take all of two Sicilies except for this one island over here. So they had a Risorgimento before the Second Weltkrieg happened. So that was good on the Socialist Republic for that. This can be a kind of a really tricky island to take if you don't have anything to force straight with. So they did that, and then of course Socialist Republic of Italy also they helped out a lot. I think they helped take out the French Republic over here, looks like. And and they pushed into the German government in exile, and like did a number on them too, along with their French friends over there. So that was nice. That the AI will take care of like front for you. We were busy dealing with Russia, and then we had to manually justify an Alish order because two of our tank units got stuck behind this stupid fucking Empire of Japan mountain range. So yeah, that was that. It's like the ally performance this game was like not that bad. They didn't really do anything. They didn't really do anything that required me to react to it. I mean, they all played fine, and they killed a few a few of the enemy faction mates for me. So I think best ally. I'm going to give the best ally to the Iberians. I think they killed the Portuguese, and they resisted Entente naval invasions, killed a bunch of things over there. So good on them. Italy did good too, but like we already gave them the best ally award, so we're going to go with the Iberians. But overall, pretty solid. Like way better than our performance from our AI allies this game. And I don't know what I was talking about when I got on that tangent, but yeah, we're blowing up our country and we're doing 3 armies to like give away half our stockpile equipment. So as you can see, of course, like this stage in the game, we have like a pretty obnoxious amount of like equipment. We have 800,000 guns lying around. We have 1,000 modern tanks and 6K medium tanks. So I guess they're getting some pretty badass armies. All that stuff. Yeah, probably not though. And you know how it is, like when you get your spawn template, it's probably just gonna get some shitty 20 witnesses, like like a couple light tank divisions or something. I don't know. Hey, who knows? And then like over here, we did send some volunteers to the CSA, and you helped them out a bit. And but they were actually able to win that war by themselves before we finished out with the Mexicans. So I mean that was nice. Mexico was like a holdout. They decided, extremely frustratingly, that Costa Rica decided to join our team, and they decided to declare on Costa Rica while they were still a government in exile. So I mean that was a little bit silly because like New England had taken Costa Rica out, and like New England was actually like had their capital in Costa Rica, which is like a bit ridiculous to see. But Costa Rica didn't have any tiles on the map, and Mexico declared war on them. So then we had to go and take out the Mexicans. And of course, CSA decided to join our team. Mexico had CSA land, and the CSA wanted to join our team, so you said sure. Called them in, and we squished Mexico like the treacherous taco people they are. That sounded racist. And I don't have a problem with Mexicans; they're alright. Tacos are delicious. But they did piss me off by having to make me go and fight that. The Mexicans are supposed to be socialists too, like usually. Like they're supposed to be on your team most of the time. And we got our boy Pancho Villa in here too as a radical socialist. So, like that's all nice and sorted now. So overall, like pretty terrible world to live in probably. Like I mean, there's like we're all anarchists over here in France and in Britain, and we control most of the world. So there's probably like no government or anything, and it's like probably a horror show. But that's fine. It's just a game. Pretty okay campaign. Like I mean, sort of kind of standard fare. Like I thought like we would get to do something like do like some island hopping or something like that. I'd mentioned there. Like I thought we were gonna get raided, and it turns out the Entente didn't want to do that, so they just let us trade for free. And they also didn't like declare war on us until like a pretty well after like the usual time. Like I guess they wanted to hang out in India longer, but they didn't resolve that before they declared war anyways. So I mean, it's the AI. Like who knows what they were thinking? Like they're not thinking; they're just following some sort of code or whatever. So like I said, I thought we were gonna have to like come down here and kill Portugal, but Iberia did that for us. So like that was nice, and like maybe pick up some of these islands and like go and try and secure an oil source in like Venezuela or come down here, maybe take some aluminum from West Indies. But like they didn't want to raid us. We got oil from CSA all game, and then like of course after we murdered Austria, and like you get like also like really annoying flips happen in this game, right? Germany beat the Russians before we could take Germany out. Like, and, it wasn't too far apart. So then also we had to take out Russia because Russia was a puppet at war with us. So they got pulled in, and then we had to do the atrocious Russia grind, taking Russian victory points and whatnot. It's that was painful. That was like super unlucky. And then like on top of that, the Austria-Hungary, whatever, like Karl decided to do his one of his pluralism focuses, which is like pretty rare for the AI to do. And then that means that not instead of just taking Vienna out and like they all capitulate, you have to go and like push them like all the way back. And of course, he had won the Balkan War, so he had like all of his friends over here too. So I mean that was pretty cancerous, but we wound up taking Romania, and that kind of solves all of our problems, right, for oil. I can see that over here. So lots of people in the gulags, especially in Romania. So the Iron Guard are going to work off their war crimes over there by drilling for oil for us. So there's that. And Kaiserreich had a pretty good game too. Yeah, big stuff in Kaiserreich. And then again, like the French got like pretty badly kicked in by Morocco and the Kaiserreich allies, which is it's unfortunate for them, I guess. But again, like attacking the Egyptians and the Kaiserreich factions is like, people like, well, that's metagame, we do it as an entente. But like, again, you can see here it can happen naturally. Yes, people just don't like it when you try to do it for a strategic advantage in 1937. But again, that's like strategies of the past. But I digress. Let's just finish up with these national focuses and come down over here to demobilization program, and that'll be it. That'll be it for this campaign. So Office of Exchequer, who do you want to have here? Go with Clement Lee to build a new Jerusalem for British socialism. Okay. Naip Bevan to take advantage of our great resources. This guy's an administrative genius. This guy is also an administrative genius. Barbara Cass will protect Britain's families from poverty, and the current commissary is doing a fine job. I think this is like our economy minister, right? I mean, like, that's okay. Like I mean, mostly like you're building tanks and planes anyways, right? So it's like, political power, steel or civilian factories. I don't know. Let's go with Barbara Castle. Fuck poverty. Poverty is the enemy of the people. Still 81% tension. Like, what else is going on here? No, order restored in Namibia. No longer an occupied puppet. Okay. Yeah. So I think that takes them off like this list over here or something, so you don't have to like spend manpower on it. I think. I'm not entirely sure how that mechanics works, so that could be completely wrong. Office of the Commissary for Foreign Affairs. Cloak and Dagger Schemer. Biased intellectual, ideological crusader. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, we're socialists, so like we're pretty obviously biased. So we'll go and do this. Order restored, Salvadorian commune. I don't think they were on that, so maybe that's not what this does. Salvadorian commune. Like, they weren't on this list before, I don't think, so. Yes, I'm not sure what that, like, what is this, like, Republic of Quebec do? Occupied puppets. Like, Quebec is an occupied puppet. I guess that increases, like, their autonomy level a bit. Like, Salvadorian commune. This guy's over here. So you're, 70%? Like, what is it for click Quebec? I think it's just like an increase in autonomy level. Yeah, that's really nice. 90% manpower. Huh. So I guess that event just is like when they change their autonomy levels. I mean, I guess that's fine. Like, has nothing to do with the occupation for like it's a bit misleading then. It's nothing to do with the occupation stuff over here. Office of the Commissary for the Home Department. Chair is called in the Congress to elect its commissary for the Home Department. Let's see. Crush dissent and our enemies. That's not very anarchist. Yeah, let's go with trust. Oh, he's syndicalist though. What? Well, wait. Radsock. That's our guy actually. I guess anarchy is all about crushing dissent. Who would have thought? I thought anarchy was all about like live and let live. I'm not an anarchist though, so I guess I wouldn't really know. Did I pick the right choice here though? No, that's syndicalist. I'm just fucking up here. Oh, this guy's a totalist. Oh man, I'm just running this country right into the ground. This like totally fucked that up. I got like got like different posts for different people. Namibia. Sure. Where the fuck is Namibia? Here we go. Okay. These guys have like their own focus tree, I guess. So that's cool. And this is the Syndicalist Liberation, who dealing with German Namibians. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate for German Namibians, probably. Alright, we're almost done here. So this is gonna tell us we fucked up and like we picked a bunch of people from parties we weren't supposed to pick, and I don't know. I guess that's pretty chaotic. It's pretty anarchic. Is that even a word? All right, so you got that. Let's do let's give us some events. Okay, that's unfortunate. Pretty good one to have as a. So how do you stop that from happening? So it'd be nice to have 90% of their manpower, but I guess you probably like I'm not sure. Like I think if you send them like a lend lease or something, that like lowers their autonomy. I'm not sure. Like I'm not even sure if that works differently in Kaiserreich or not than it would from vanilla. I don't also play a whole lot of vanilla. I haven't played vanilla in like a real long time. Change in leadership. Maximus Mosley. Should we put Mosley in charge after we've like already like blown up the country and everything? I don't know. Nye Bevan. Gallagher. Hmm. Hmm. This guy's Radsuck. This guy's socialist. Maximus becomes ruling party. I mean, that would be hilarious to pick Maximus at this point, right? Like, you thought we weren't going to go Mosley, but then bam, we get Mosley after everything's like... I don't know. I mean, that's, this guy's pretty incompetent. Like, I don't know. Like, game's over. We'll just pick this guy over here. William Gallagher. Alright. Yeah, like normally, like I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point because we've used up all of our building slots anyway, so they're probably not building any more military factories ever. But not negative 9% military factories is not great. Like they said, at this point, like you know, none of this stuff really matters. Let's get I don't know, let's get MPs, I guess. We have occupations, so that might be helpful. Order restored Nicaragua. Needs 350 more puppet score. What did I check? What its puppet score is? Let's get jet engines here. We got nuke bombs, so we can nuke something. Fuel refining. Field hospital, I guess. Here. I guess not do. It's fine. Let's see what else is going on. Current wars. So Trans-Amurian Xinjiang War. Like Trans-Amur, I guess, is like a and Princely Nepali Peruvian Chilean War. So let's take a look. It looks like the Princely Federation is at war with you know, Nepal and the Bharatiya Commune. So yeah, they have puppets for I think Burma and Nepal. And they're radical socialists just like us, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Feng Tian, you know, I mean, I thought I thought the Thick Qing might be able to like hold off the Feng Tian. I think that we also got Thick Qing in our Commune of France game too, and they were not, in fact, able to hold out against Feng Tian. Feng Tian just kind of squished them, ate them up, and it looks like that's what's happening here too. Like the Thick Qing even brought all their boys over. They brought I think they had Mongolia and the Mokleek and like some other people over here, and they just got curb stomped. It's like Kingdom of Siam getting in on some action here too with their boy Pak. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce the last name. Yeah, how's Japo doing? We got Transport as a puppet, and what's this? Sarawak. That's like someone over here or something. Transamur picked up a bunch of clay. And look at that. I think these are still, yeah, still Occupy Puppet. Oi Shigemoto. That guy doesn't look very Russian. I don't think people are gonna, you know, accept that as like a legitimate Russian government. Oh, you know what? Like I didn't make any nuke silos though. I used all my building slots. No, no, I guess I won't be nuking anyone. That sucks. Like, it doesn't really matter. Even the game's already over, right? It's like it doesn't really matter. State of the economy. Alright, so we can either aid or deprive citizens or build. What's this going to give us? Consumer goods factories, production efficiency cap. I don't know, you know, and again, like, I don't know, I mean, like, we have all of our building slots filled up. And, like, our consumer goods factories is, like, practically, like, 7% already. It's, like, practically nothing. Practically nothing. And, yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess we just pick this. And we've got, like, 1,500 political power anyway, so. Doesn't really matter at this point in the game. Cut out red tape, sure. We'll take some more political power and we'll get back down to demobilization program. Remove national spirit, silence after the storm. Is that all that does? So you don't get like an event for anything for that? I guess we'll find out. world's got a lot of wacky colors. Looks like really rainbowy over here. And I guess South America is always kind of rainbowy, but like Africa especially, and you have this big blob of red over here. Red for the blood that was shed. Hi-oh. Mostly German and Russian blood. I think our casualties are under 500,000 this game. Best guess. I don't think I really checked towards the end of like the Austrian war, but like that's my best guess after it would be the Germans. Like after the Austrians weren't really able to push into us, like we got that like really sick Dunkirk. I think that was pretty much game right there. Like we got that sick Dunkirk. We shot a bunch of their convoys coming out, and then we crushed all those troops in that pocket. And then they just didn't have enough troops to hold the line against us anymore with against the International. France did a good job, and the Italians did a good job. Just pushing into them, and I guess that's all you have to do. Even the AI battle planning into people to push eventually. And they are only having like 1 or 2 divisions of tile. It's not going to cut it when your opponent's got like 3 or 4 divisions of tile, even on defense. But yeah, so it's like a lot of it's like you just got to get that big money encirclement. Then they can't hold their lines anymore, and then you just steamroll them, right? That's usually how it goes in Europe. Montfleet has capitulated. That's like sort of how it goes, like, but I don't know, like. Russia hasn't been doing like so hot lately. Like it seemed like the AI seems to play them pretty weakly. Like Russia is not like a weak country. Like you talk about, if you play as a player, you can get like I told you like 1943 heavy tanks and 1940 50 factories in production, right? But I think the problem they have is like they don't do that, and like they just have like a bunch of their infantry divisions. And Russia has like a little bit of manpower problems, so you have to be like a little bit careful how you play your front lines. So if you want to attack early, and then you've got the front, and you've got like the Don Cuban Union, like over here, right, and then you've got Ukraine, and like all this other stuff. So your front, and then Finland attacks you, right? So your front is like this entire thing over here. And I think like the AI Russian like has a problem like. Either shortening that up. So like, instead of like abandoning like a lot of this, like, I mean, the front line even like extends up to here, I think, for Russia. So like instead of like abandoning this stuff and like you can like reduce your front line over here, and like you could just not declare on Don Command Union, and push in when Weltkrieg 2 starts or whatever. So like you don't have to worry about this this slice over here. And then I think it does like a lot. And like you can just like your economy is strong enough at that point anyways that you can just trade with the oil for Azerbaijan, kill these guys, and then probably do it. And I think that might be your better shot. Because then your front line is like only like this, like from here down to over here. It's gonna be a lot easier to fill with your infantry, and then you can just use your tanks to roll them. Like, and you saw the power of heavy tanks when we were playing in our Germany campaign there. They were able to come in here just like completely just smash through and circle and wipe the Romanian army off the map over here without like even like batting not even a second thought. And that army had been given like a 30 stack infantry trouble on that kind of short corridor. So then you bring it back over here, and then we're able to pretty easily like encircle and crush the Communist de France unit. But like the Russian tanks are going to be even better than the tanks that we had as Germany, like by like a pretty substantial margin, like a whole tech tier better heavy tanks the Russians get. So, real extremely strong. But I think the AI, like, I mean, you saw the Germans kind of like KO'd them there. They just left clicked in or like battle plan into them, I guess, as the AIs want to do, and they did a really kind of not great job at holding back our landing over here though. So that was nice for us. Like, they didn't seem to like distribute their forces adequately to respond to the threat. But that's pretty standard Britain anyways. Like if like France got the word goal on around Ludendorff, so we took it. And if that doesn't happen, what you can do if like things are stalled over here is you can either justify on the Netherlands to get that landing yourself, like, and you'll still be able to do that because like world tension will be at like 100% after Alsace-Lorraine focus. Or your alternative is like again like land in Wilhelmshaven, but like this one's like the Netherlands is pretty easy because like you can get like I think Rotterdam might not be. I think like one of these ports you can get is yeah, this tile over here, Rotterdam. Yeah, Rotterdam you can get. I think, and that only requires you to go through the English Channel. And I think this one would too, but I'm pretty sure we built that one ourselves. But I think Rotterdam starts with a port, and like so you can invade here, and you only have to go through the English Channel. So like that's nice. But I mean, if you're, really it's not that big of a deal to get superiority over here too. But if you were concerned about that, then you could do that. I mean, our air was like good enough that like we didn't really have to worry about not having air coverage in this tile over here. But if your Air Force is like mostly like carrier naval bombers and like I don't know, some like shitty interwar fighters, I think we probably have some interwar fighters in inventory that like we stole from people after we like crushed them. So there's some interwar fighters, interwar fighter wing. Yeah, it's like if you got interwar fighters, like that's and immediately they switch to like the Spitfires, right? But I mean, you could see like the interwar fighter ring was like like this over here, right? So it's like then maybe you're like, do I really want to try and push into East North Sea? I'm not going to have naval supremacy. AI sometimes have naval bombers, and then that could be unfortunate for some of your capital ships, right? Uh, usually in like 19, like I haven't found that to like really be a serious problem, but I did play one game as like the Australasians where we went, and it was like kind of like an NSEAG scenario where like I really fucked up my build as Australasia, and I forgot, like, I didn't know that when you went NAPOP, you have an event where either you have to rely on the Canadians to support your coup, or you have to pay, like, 500 political power. And I didn't take I didn't have 100 in the bank, and I didn't take the conscription decision before I got that event. So I was, like, locked out of having any manpower for, like, a really long time. And, like, as a result, like, I had, like, 2,000 medium tanks in storage I couldn't deploy because I had no manpower. And, Germany got rolled by the Third International. This is often what happened, and then of course, the Entente really didn't do anything useful. So I guess pulled back. I couldn't. We tried to hold Venezuela for a bit, but then Canada started dying naval invasions. We pulled back to our island, and we just took out. We took out Insula India, puppeted them, and we went to Baharadia commune, and we took all their clay and occupied them for factories and stuff. So I mean, like. And Insula India has like a lot of manpower, and like we also took over like Indochina, Siam, and those guys have like a ton of manpower as well. So like even though we were only like a minor, we were able to puppet these guys and like come back from it. And like that game went on until like 1960 to come, and like then you had to reconquer like all of this stuff was like Third International. So like I had to come over here, take these guys out, take these island chains, take Madagascar, take Africa, and then push into Europe. Reclaim the birthright as playing Prince. I think it was Prince Albert or Prince Henry at the time. Yeah, so reclaim the birthright as Prince Henry of Australasia, and come over here and like take out the Socialist Commonwealth of Canada. Demobilization program. I guess that's it. I guess we don't get an event or anything. Yeah, so I guess we'll call it there for this campaign. So like the Australasian campaign was successful, but I mean at that point the AA had enough. I think they had like 700 or 800 naval bombers like over here. They managed to blow up like 5 of my my battleships, which is kind of like all I had. But fortunately at that point in time, like most of their navies had already been like sunk. So like I had some pretty modern cruisers and submarines, and we were able to carry the day with that. But if you do get to late game, the AI can have like stacks of naval bombers, and if you're not careful with your fleet, they'll just kill your capital ships. The AI will also nuke you too late game if you let it get long enough. So I've seen that happen before as well. So, that was this campaign. We kind of already talked about it. Pretty standard fare. We did naval invasion to support to open up a second front. We went heavily into air power, and that worked out pretty good for us. We were getting like some pretty nice air superiority bonuses, and of course we had later tactical bombers over here, which. And the bombers really helped clear all those sub packs, German sub packs too, that were raiding us. Like we were down to like I think it was we're down to like 70% efficiency in some of those routes too. I mean, so it's like we were getting raided, but we weren't getting raided by the people I thought were doing it, and we were able to handle it with our attack bombers. And then yeah, so we transitioned into medium tanks a little bit later, but we used our two light tank brigades and our medium tank brigades, and we made some encirclements over here, connected to the Swiss border, and got like a sick Dunkirk, and then like the rest is history, right? So yeah, best ally, Iberian Federation, took out Portugal, like we said, and I just want to give a shout out to our boys over here, the Yorkshire Home Guard, who is a veteran. Like we switched them over to upgrade them to have Amtrak, so they lost some experience there, but these guys are like a veteran medium tank unit for like the home game, and like I think that was like our first tank unit too, like that we sent over here to Commonwealth of America to like do that. And they came over here and they won in Italy, and like that would have been different guys. That would have been different guys, but went to CSA, came back, and like did real work for us over here as our first medium tank division. So props to you, Yorkshire Home Guard. You guys all deserve a pint, you know. All right, so that was it. That's this campaign, Union of Britain. So someone asked to see Union of Britain, so we've got we went as the autonomous Union of Britain with Nicholas Iglesias and William Gallagher, and yeah, so September 1945 finish date, but of course that's because we spent all this time to do these focus trees. So I think that's it. Complete campaign. We're at peace. Whoever asked for this, I hope you enjoyed the campaign. If not, well, whatever, no big deal. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Lever Freeman signing off.